Chapter 1, The Expanding Universe. Our universe is not static. It's always in motion, constantly expanding. Picture this: 13.8 billion years ago, an incredible event known as the Big Bang set everything in motion. From that moment, the universe began to expand in every direction, and it's been doing so ever since. At first, the expansion was slow, almost imperceptible. But as time went on, the rate of expansion started to speed up, driven by a mysterious force known as dark energy. This force is pushing galaxies apart at an accelerating pace, making the universe larger every second. But here's the twist: while we can see the galaxies moving farther away from us, we don't really know where the edge of this expansion lies. And that's because the universe is constantly stretching and reshaping itself. There's no wall or physical barrier that you can hit. Instead, as space itself expands, the distance between galaxies keeps growing. So, does this mean there's an end to the universe? Could we reach the edge of it someday? Well, not exactly. The universe doesn't have a fixed border. It's not a bubble that you can pop, it's an ongoing process, like a never-ending wave of cosmic growth. The cosmos is full of mysteries, and we're just getting started. If you're fascinated by the vastness of space and want to uncover more about the secrets of the universe, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. That way, you won't miss our next deep dive into the unknown. So, if there's no physical edge to the universe, what happens beyond this ever-expanding space? What's out there, if anything? That's where things get interesting. Chapter 2, What Lies Beyond the Edge? So, what's beyond the observable universe? Could it be that, after all the galaxies fade from view, there's just nothing? Or is there something else, something that we can't even begin to comprehend? The truth is, we don't really know. But some scientists believe that beyond our universe, there could be something entirely different, a multiverse. Imagine for a moment that our universe isn't the only one. Instead, there might be many, perhaps even an infinite number of universes, each with its own laws of physics, its own set of particles, and its own version of reality. This is the concept of the multiverse, universes beyond our own, existing side by side but completely separate from each other. Some theories even suggest that these other universes could be very similar to ours, while others might be wildly different. In one universe, gravity could be weaker, allowing planets to float like balloons. In another, time could flow backward. And in yet another, the fundamental particles that make up matter might behave in ways we can't even imagine. So, is it possible that there's something beyond our universe? Maybe, just maybe, the universe we live in is only one piece of a much larger cosmic puzzle. But what if we could somehow travel beyond the known universe? What would happen then? Could there be an edge we could cross? Let's take a deeper look at the possibilities. Chapter 3, The Curvature of Space. Now, let's consider a mind-bending idea: what if there isn't a true edge to the universe at all? What if, instead of a flat, infinite plane, space itself is curved? This concept comes from Einstein's theory of general relativity, which suggests that spacetime isn't just a passive backdrop for events, it's a dynamic, flexible fabric that can bend and warp under the influence of massive objects like stars and planets. Imagine placing a heavy ball in the middle of a stretched-out piece of fabric. The fabric curves and dips around the ball. Similarly, the presence of massive objects like galaxies bends the fabric of space itself. The larger the object, the greater the curvature. And this isn't just theoretical, it's been confirmed by observations of how light bends around massive objects like black holes. So, what does this mean for traveling beyond the universe? Well, some scientists suggest that, if space itself is curved, traveling far enough in one direction might actually bring you back to where you started. In this case, there would be no end to reach, just a loop that takes you right back to your origin. But what if we could reach a place beyond the observable universe? Could we discover an area of space that's completely empty, a vast cosmic void? Let's dive into that idea next. Chapter 4, The Edge of Nothingness, the Great Void. We've discussed the idea of a universe that's constantly expanding, where space itself is stretching further and further away. But what about the regions of space where there's practically nothing? These areas are called the Great Voids, vast cosmic deserts between galaxies, where there's almost no matter, no stars, no planets, just emptiness. These great voids are some of the largest structures in the universe. In fact, they can be so big that they make our galaxy look like a tiny dot in comparison. The largest of these voids can span hundreds of millions of light-years, an almost unimaginable scale. Despite their emptiness, these voids aren't just nothing. They are a fascinating part of the universe that scientists still don't fully understand. Some researchers even wonder if these voids could be windows into new dimensions, or perhaps places where the laws of physics behave differently than in the rest of the universe. So, if you were to travel through one of these vast emptiness zones, you wouldn't just find isolation. You'd be in a cosmic frontier where reality itself could be different, a place that challenges everything we think we know about the universe. But what if, in the midst of these voids, we discovered something even stranger? Something beyond anything we could imagine, a gateway to another universe? Let's explore that next. Chapter 5, What if we found a door beyond the universe? Imagine this, you're floating through the vast emptiness of space, when suddenly, you encounter something unexpected, a doorway. Not a physical door, of course, but a cosmic anomaly that looks like a crack in space itself, shimmering with strange energy. This is where things get even more mind-boggling. Some scientists have proposed that what we call black holes might not just be cosmic traps, pulling everything into them. Instead, black holes could be gateways, wormholes, connecting different regions of space-time, or even different universes altogether. Think of a black hole as a tunnel, bending the very fabric of space-time. If you could somehow survive the journey into one, it might not just take you to the center of a distant galaxy, it could propel you into a completely different reality, where the laws of physics as we know them might not even apply. Now, let's go even further. What if this doorway isn't just a passage to another galaxy, but to an entirely different universe? A place with entirely different laws of nature, particles, and even dimensions of time. In some theories, black holes may act as cosmic portals that connect our universe to others, universes that are completely isolated from our own. But what if, beyond these portals, there's not just another universe, but a new beginning altogether? A place where everything is entirely different. Let's explore this possibility next. Chapter 6, The Cycle of Universes, Rebirth of Reality. Now, let's take a step even further into the unknown. What if, instead of just existing as one universe, our reality is part of a much larger, eternal cycle, a never-ending cycle of birth, death, and rebirth? Some scientists believe that the universe may not have a definitive beginning or end, but is simply one stage in a cosmic cycle. This concept, called the cyclic model of the universe, proposes that the cosmos undergoes endless cycles of creation and destruction. In this view, the universe is constantly being reborn after each Big Bang, the beginning of a new universe, following the death of the last. Imagine that after each Big Bang, a universe expands, evolves, and eventually reaches a point of collapse. When this happens, everything contracts into a singularity, a point of infinite density, before a new explosion of energy creates a fresh cosmos, beginning the cycle all over again. In this cycle, what we call the universe is merely a chapter in a long, infinite story. Each universe's end is not truly an end, but a necessary step for the beginning of the next. Our universe might be the latest iteration in an endless chain of rebirths, each one different, each one uniquely designed by the laws of physics that govern it. But is it possible that we could one day understand the full scope of this cycle? Could we ever reach the point where we could witness the birth of the next universe? Let's delve into that possibility next. Chapter 7, Could we ever explore beyond our universe? We've taken a journey through the mysteries of the universe, but there's one question that remains: could we ever, as human beings, explore beyond the known universe? Could we one day understand these phenomena, these portals, and the cycles of birth and death that govern reality itself? For centuries, we've dreamed of exploring the unknown. But to venture into the realms beyond our universe requires technology far beyond what we have today. The idea of traveling through wormholes or crossing the boundaries of spacetime is still firmly in the realm of science fiction. But with advancements in quantum physics, space travel, and artificial intelligence, we might be closer to that possibility than we think. Some scientists speculate that, with the right technology, we could potentially send probes or even human explorers through these cosmic portals, bypassing the limits of our universe. Imagine a spacecraft that could survive the intense forces near a black hole or a wormhole, equipped with technology that could harness and stabilize the power of these cosmic gateways. It's a long shot, of course, and we're still far from achieving that level of understanding. But the very idea that humanity could one day reach the edge of the universe, or step into a new one, is an exciting frontier for future exploration. As we reach the end of our journey today, one thing becomes clear: the universe is far from being fully understood. So, what does it all mean? Let's summarize our adventure into the unknown and reflect on what we've learned. Chapter 8, Final Thoughts, A Universe of Infinite Possibilities. After our journey today, one thing is clear: the universe is far more complex, mysterious, and awe-inspiring than we could ever have imagined. The ideas of expanding space, alternate universes, black holes, and infinite cycles challenge our understanding of reality itself. While we may never reach the edges of the universe or uncover every secret hidden in the vastness of space, the quest for knowledge is what drives us forward. It's our curiosity, our desire to know what lies beyond the stars, that pushes the boundaries of science and exploration. The possibility that our universe is just one part of a larger, infinite cosmic story is both humbling and inspiring. It reminds us that our place in the cosmos is just a small piece in an ever-evolving puzzle. As we continue to explore, discover, and learn, we may never have all the answers, but we will always have the wonder of the unknown to fuel our imagination. Who knows? Perhaps one day, we will find a way to travel beyond our universe and discover what lies at the very edge of everything. Until then, the universe will continue to expand, evolve, and offer us endless mysteries to explore. And that, in itself, is the greatest adventure of all. What do you think lies beyond the universe? Do you believe there's more to explore, or are we alone in this vast cosmos? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more journeys into the unknown.